I wanted to go maybe back in time about a year ago. We sat in here, and you recall we had a lot of questions about your out-year spending numbers. And if you recall, based on what the department was asking on last year, every subsequent year after that had a zero listed as terms of projected increases in spending. Everyone here is aware. We had some very relevant testimony about the cost of food and increases. We're all aware that in an inflationary period in dealing with collective bargaining agreements that we saw increases that occurred there. So a year ago, it was predicted, and I remember them asking you, and I could see you kind of squirming in your seat a little bit, and in this business, we all expected there to be going to be some sort of increases that occur. Typically, it does not go down the other way. This year, you're a 4.5% increase in the budget that they're asking for. It's certainly not a zero. For the parole board, I think it's about a little under 4.8. It's certainly not a zero. I expect that kind of rate of growth to be there. But here I'm looking at both of your projections now that's mandated to fill, and again, it says zero. Why?
You're talking about zero in the outline years,
The
sir?
outlying years, the required outlying years, the planning years of your budget document, it says zero, just like it did last year. And obviously, we're here at 4.5%.
Showing zero cost to carry.
Why and is it you guys or is it the budget secretary? Historically, there's an average put in there of some sort of you expect certain costs on an annual trend of Medicaid to go up or other certain things. We certainly have a history of what the annual average increases are perhaps in corrections and where the economy is at. There's this new dynamic where we're seeing zeros in the planning years, and I'm just interested as to why that's the case. And if it's not you, that's okay to know because we have the budget secretary coming in on Thursday. But I think for me, it's a little disingenuous to in a planning document to see zeros when we know that there's going to be costs. And especially as you have an administration that is touting how he can make numbers work through 2028, 2029, when in reality is that, yeah, we can argue about what the revenues are going to be, but on the spending side and historical trends, to put a zero in there is pretty alarming and makes absolutely no sense in our book.
Yes, I was going to say, I think that's better addressed with Secretary Munson.
So, but for the record, that's not you guys who are claiming that you are going to have a 0% increase in costs every year for the next 4 years.
No, sir. That'd be totally unrealistic based upon the collective bargaining with those increases in the contracts. We see that on a regular basis.
I appreciate that. And if we're ever going to get the Commonwealth's finances completely stabilized, we need a bigger dose of reality and quite frankly, truthfulness with the citizens of Pennsylvania as to what direction this is going.